Hi, good day. How y'all? How's everything? Happy New Week to you all. So how has it been? As for me, it's all right, and everything is actually going on well. So something actually came to my mind today, and that is for you ladies that got married to a very nice, decent, caring, and gentle husband. How often do you celebrate him? I know a lot of you may be thinking, I was there. After all, any man that is married ought to be good. And that was my thought ever before I even tested marriage. I actually thought that any man who is married will automatically blend and start behaving decently. I never knew there's anything like a good man or a bad man until I experienced it. So for you that God blessed with good-hearted man, the man that treats you well, the man that goes out of his way to make sure that you're happy, how often do you celebrate that man? Or you're still thinking it's because you're a good woman? Maybe you're still thinking it's because you deserve it. Or you're still thinking that no, that's how all marriages are. My dear woman, you're making a mistake. There's every need we appreciate our husbands, especially those that are good to us, because they're not easily come by. Good husbands is one of the greatest gifts God gives to women. But to some that got them on a platter of gold, they keep seeing it as in it's normal. I can remember when I was going through my ordeal, if my husband is landing punches on me and my children, the woman was like, they never born the man that would lay hands on me just because she was really blessed with a good, decent man. But I know if it happened to her, she wouldn't do anything. That's just nature. If I can take it, who wouldn't? I wasn't as good as that. I just didn't know the spirit that entered me and made me a different woman entirely. Probably because of motherhood. And looking at my children, no woman will want to actually abandon her kids to somewhere and she will be somewhere. No, we are not meant to be like that. Like that saying that says no woman should claim lucky until she gets married. It is now I'm seeing the practical aspect of it, because as a woman, if you marry wrongly, everything about you, if you're not careful, it's completely gone. Why some of us looked as if we're still going on after we made such hell mistake is because some of us had actually established to some extent before entering it, so coming out wasn't really a problem. But for instance, if your own is everything, maybe it's your own that has the pays for the house you live, feeds you, takes care of your children, and you're probably not doing anything, so coming out when you're facing such a deal will be very difficult, because number one thought is, where are you going to? Who is going to take care of your children? Who will pay the bills? But some women came out because somehow they have been little established. At least they've been able to get work and they can comfortably feed their children instead of losing their lives and losing their kids, So what I am talking about today is that if God had actually blessed you with good-hearted husband, a husband that has his attention on you constantly, my dear sister, always go on your knees to thank Jesus. It's not by your power. It's not because you're better than any other woman. It's not because you're a good-charactered woman. It's not because you're well-conducted. It's not even because you're more decent than any other woman. It's just that God showed you mercy in marriage. Because I saw one, she was telling us that her husband met her when she was in secondary school. I think she was in JS3 when the husband met her, and that time when the husband was coming for marriage, she was just like, no, I don't want to stop my education halfway. He said the man promised that she's not going to get pregnant until she's done to any length she wants. So her mom encouraged her to accept, and she accepted, and this man trained her from that JS3, finished her university, finished her master's. It was after her university that she took him for the first time, so she had a baby. She was even pregnant when she was doing her master's, and she was able to go to any length. As I'm talking to you now, she lives abroad, practicing her work, and the man is also enterprising. So if you're lucky to get such men, hey, my dear sister, go on your knees and constantly thank your God. Celebrate him. It is, in fact, a divine grace of God and God's connection. Yeah, all of us are carriers of God's favor, like I'd always said. Maybe if your own is not this, it will be that. But today, what I am talking about is you that is blessed to have a good husband. Do not take it for granted. Some of you, God blessed you with a good husband and you abused the opportunity because you actually thought that every marriage is like that. So you abused the opportunity and left your husband and started going from one man to the other because you thought that if that one goes, you can always have it right. Hey, my dear sister, if God had blessed you with that kind of man, treat him as your Lord. Sarah called Abraham my Lord because he was everything she ever dreamt of in life. Treat him like a king. In fact, if need be to prostrate or bow down for him, to acknowledge him, do it. If you can be flooding him with gifts, do it. Call your parents and tell them to release their blessings on your husband. If God had blessed you with that good, decent man that knows the value of women and knows the value of children and knows the need to take care of you amidst all ladies in the world. He says it's you, he married you and stayed put with you. My dear sister, do not take it for granted and do not actually lose such man. Good husbands are very hard to come by, and when he comes, adore him, love him, cherish him, bless him, celebrate him. always constantly pray for him, because it's not a common gift. And for you to have a good husband, it means prosperity is already yours. Every other thing around you will work like magic. When a woman's husband is decent, good, enterprising, it shows in the life of the woman automatically. In fact, be out there, if God blessed you with a good husband, automatically you will have a sweatless triumph. That's how good it is. So please do not take such gift for granted. So finally, for some of us that never had it well, don't ever see yourself that it's because you're not a good woman, or because you don't have a good character, or because you're not decent enough. Just don't ever look down on yourself. You made a mistake. One day, God may actually direct someone's step to where you are. Someone that will know your value. Someone that everything about you will be his own prayer point. I tell you that you that have written yourself off, you that have thought that you're not a good woman, you that everybody had mocked and looked at you and hewed at you, you will now start seeing the glory of God coming out. You will now know that you're a queen to be celebrated. You will also know that you're somebody's prayer point. So no matter any situation or condition you found yourself, never you give up. Continue holding on. Just spot something that will constantly make you happy, and be thankful more than you complain. When you can think well, you will thank well. God had actually blessed us in a diverse way. If this side is not working, the other side is working. Please, someone somewhere is seeing you as a role model. God bless you all and have a beautiful new week. Cynthia Kess, bye.